Hello, Scorpios. This is your monthly reading for April 2020. This is for Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising in Scorpio. This reading may not resonate with everyone as this is a general reading. This is different than my weekly reading where what I'm doing is excuse me, pulling one card for each week. So I'm just pull 4 cards, and then with my Native American tarot deck, I'm going to pull 2 cards to clarify each card. So we will go in a little more depth for each week. And then I'm going to pull 2 cards from The Universe Has My Back, and then 2 crystal oracle cards as well. Okay. So a general energy I'm seeing is making choices, but a lot of reflecting and, having choices and reflecting on choices, but not making any moves on choices. So in week 1, we have the Lovers, okay, which is a very significant card here. I'm going to pull 2 cards to clarify what we have going on here. That's this one right here. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is we have the 5 of Swords and we have the 10 of Pentacles to clarify the Lovers. And the Lovers obviously does talk about love, but it also is a card that talks about choices as well. And it looks as though with the 5 of Swords, there's almost like a selfish energy, like holding on to something and wanting this to be the outcome, something stable, but also it could mean that there are other options in love, but the desire for stability is there, but the feelings of, maybe I'm not the only one are there as well. So there's just a lot of doubt in whatever your connection is right now. And in week 2, we've got the 2 of Swords, and that is the stalemate card. That is the knowing whatever is going on. So whatever this love situation is, you know what it is, but you just don't want to make any moves or any choices or anything towards it. And we've got the King of Swords to clarify that. And the Hanged Man. So yeah, the King of Swords wants to deal with it and communicate and to make things happen, but the Hanged Man is like, I have to think logically about whatever this is. Inside, I feel like a King of Swords. Inside, I feel like I could make a choice about this and communicate about this, but for some reason, I just don't feel like now is the right time. And then in week 3, we have the Hermit. And the Hermit is all about going inside of yourself, taking the time to figure out what it is that you need to do for your next steps. It's pretty much lighting your own path. Oh, I had one flip in here. Where'd it go? Okay. Interesting. The first card we got is the 9 of Wands, and the Hermit is the 9 card. So at least to me, 9 is like getting to completion. Like the 10 cards are completion, but the 9s are like that point in time where you're like, you know what? This is done. I'm good with this. Whereas the 10s are like when the task has been completed. The 9s are like, you know what? This is it. I've got to figure this out. So that to me is saying that, you know that you need to figure this out, and you're like, yeah, look at this. You've got the 9 of Wands, and then the 10 of Wands came out right after that. So this is, this has been a burden on you, whatever this is, a heavy burden, and you are going inside to try to figure out how to release this burden. but it seems like it's really difficult for you with the 10 of Wands. That's the only 10 that's not really completion. This is the 10 that's like, you know, in order to do what it is that you need to do, it's not going to be easy, and it's a big burden on yourself. And that's this inner work. That's what's the big burden for you. But in order to complete the cycle, in order to move forward when it comes to love, you have to face those things. You cannot keep, you know, just like sitting on it. Excuse me, ma'am. Sorry. Ma'am, stop it. Stop. Okay. And then the last card, we have the Four of Pentacles, and that also is holding on too tight to something, or just kind of sitting on something. It's the same thing as like the Two of Swords. You're just not really willing to move forward or backwards. It's stagnation. We've got the Seven of Swords to go with that. Seven of Swords is the card of self-deception. It's something in your mind that you're fooling your own self about something. And then we've got the Six of Swords. So this is really giving me some progression here. Now we've got the six and the Seven of Swords here. We had the 9 and the 10 of Wands here. So it looks like these cards are telling me that there are steps that you can take, and they don't have to be big steps. It's just like one step to the other. The task might feel big to you. It might feel too much to you. But you've got your Five of Swords, you got your Six of Swords, you got your Seven of Swords. Like, this journey for you has been hard. You got your King of Swords here to back you up, though. Okay, and it's been a hard journey, but in order for you to get to the next step in the journey, you do need to do the inner work in order to, you know, achieve the next level with love. There's not really any getting around it. That's what the cards say. It's not something that you could just avoid. It'll just keep rearing its ugly head at you. So the first card that I have from the universe for you is true healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. So yeah, that's what this reading has been about. It's been about, you know, those things that trigger you, those things that you really just don't feel like dealing with, and those things that you don't really feel like facing. Like, it's time to face those things. If you're tired of feeling the same way, if you're tired of living the same life, if you want something new, you have to do something new. And when it comes to love, that's what it's looking like. It's time to break down some barriers. Let's get one more card from the universe. Yeah, there's a lot of internal contemplation going on, Scorpios. And, but it looks like in the end here, the Six of Swords is moving away from something, and the Seven of Swords is about self-deception or getting away with something. And I think that with the Six of Swords being right there, it's saying that you're looking to move away from that. Like, you realize that you're holding on to things that you don't need to be holding on to anymore, and so you're trying to move away from whatever those thoughts in your head that just replay negative scenarios, or keep putting negative thoughts in your headspace instead of the thoughts that are going to bring you to where you want to go. And your second message from the universe is, when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. So yeah, spend time doing things that make you happy. Spend time working on activities that will bring your vibration up higher, and connect with the joyful part of yourself. Do the things that make you happy. Do the things that raise your vibration up, because that's where the key to happiness coming in for you is. It's when you spend that conscious time and make that conscious effort to follow your bliss, then your bliss starts following you, because you're giving off this vibe of happiness, and the happiness is like, oh, word, that's where I am. I'm right there. That's where I want to be. Like attracts like. So, okay. The first message that we have from the Crystal Oracle is solutions. Solutions. Okay, so working on solutions for yourself. That's what you're going inside. That's where your hermit energy is coming from, is that you're going inside to find solutions that will help you to move away from this negative repetitive cycle that is involving love situations. Let's see, one more. Here it is, 14, card 14, deep healing. So yeah, that's what needs to happen. It's deep healing, and it's not always the easiest or funnest thing to do, but start with guided meditation. Start with a daily meditation that's 10 minutes. Find one on YouTube that's about balancing your chakras. And each day try to add a little bit of something extra with that. Maybe start going for a daily walk and doing a 10-minute meditation and seeing how that feels to you. And then from there you can start to allow the universe to guide you in the direction that you need to go, because you'll start getting in tune with the rhythms of nature, and once you start connecting with yourself, you'll just start feeling divinely guided. So I hope that helps, Scorpios. Have a great day.